mga ka-learnings, it's me again, Teacher Kat, and welcome to my teaching vlogs. Congratulations sa pagkatapos mo na ang statement of the problem and survey questionnaire as well as the introduction. At ngayon, naghahanap ka ng video na pumapatungkol sa pagsusulat ng research methodology. Kaya sa video ito, pag-uusapan natin at tutulungan ko kayong maintindihan ang mga proseso kung paano isusulat ang research methodology as well as its elements. Ang research methodology ay kadalasang makikita sa Chapter 3 pagkatapos ng Chapter 2 ng Review of Related Literature. Kaya lang, palagi kong sinasabi as your research teacher, I always go back with your institutional format. Kasi nga, kahit sa amin na institution ay nakikita ang research methodology sa Chapter 1. So, kahit sa Chapter 1 pa ito makikita, Chapter 2 or Chapter 3, I always go back with your institutional format. And of course, the research methodology contains the research methods. So, when you say research methodology and research methods, paano nga ba nagkakaiba ang dalawang ito? Pareho lang ba ang kahulugan? Ano ang gamit ng dalawang ito? First, the research methodology contains research methods. Kaya naman, hindi po pareho ang kapag sasabihin natin research methods, section, and research methodology. Kasi nga, ang research methodology ay isang section ng isang research. Samantala, ang research methods ay ang mga metodo, mga strategiya, mga elemento, kung ano ang nilalaman na proseso na makikita natin sa research methodology. And to give you the clearer view, let's define what is research methodology and research methods. Tara, pag-usapan natin.
Okay, mga ka-learnings, let's dive in. In a research methodology, we have what we call research method. So, what is this research method? Research method is the logic of how a scholar arrives at a valid and reliable knowledge. A research method is the tool used in carrying out the research, while the research methodology is the justification for using a particular research method. It is the whole section wherein we're going to narrate all the methods na ginamit natin sa ating isinagawang pananaliksik, thesis, or research. Sa madaling sabi, the research methodology is the theoretical positioning of the research, while research method is the doing of the research itself. So, the research methodology viewed as the body of knowledge which attempts to explain or understand how a research is done, while the method refers to the specific process or step-by-step of doing the whole parts of the research. So, in other definition, research methodology is the chapter that shows how the problem will be investigated, a chapter that contains the plan in collecting and analyzing data, while research method contains strategy or the collection of data analysis to come up with the new information or to understand a particular topic or phenomenon. So we can compare this research method and research methodology in building, or in constructing a building or a big house, wherein the research methodology can be compared as a construction plan, the whole construction plan, while the research method is the actual construction of that entire plan, which includes like the tools and other materials needed for the construction of the building. So, sa ibang pagpapaliwanag naman or pagbibigay halimbawa, ang research methodology ay ang finished product na dish. Samantala, ang research method ay may kukumpara natin sa mga sangkap na gagamitin natin o ginamit natin para mabuo ang isang napakasarap na dish or putahe. In a research methodology, we have the elements o yung mga makikita natin sa loob ng isang research methodology ng isang thesis or study. Hindi nawawala at unang-una nating makikita after the introductory statement ay ang research design. Pangalawa, ang research lokal, research participants, kung qualitative ang ating research design, at research respondents kung quantitative naman ang ating research design. Research instruments, data gathering procedure na kung saan makikita natin ang graph na kung saan merong input, process, output, or IPO. Mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo ang mga itsura or halimbawa ng mga elemento, mga section na makikita natin sa loob ng isang research methodology. Then, treatment of data. Sa ibang institution, kasali sa research methodology ang definition of terms. Pero take note, again, always refer with your institutional format. Kasi sa institution namin, sinali na sa parting ito ang definition of terms. Mangyari naman sa ibang institution, hindi po kasali ang definition of terms at may ibang section sa thesis or dissertation na nakaangkla kung saan siya dapat ilagay. Okay, isa-isahin natin. Sa ibang video, natalakay natin kung ano ang research design. A research design is a blueprint for research or the major planning. Might be you use a quantitative or qualitative research. Okay, qualitative research. Or it could be also a mixed method research. No? Maaring quanti, quali ang ginamit mo. Sa qualitative research design, merong iba't ibang paggamit ng qualitative research design. No? Maaring ethnography, ang disenyo ng iyong panaliksik sa pagkuha ng mga detalye na kung saan ang mananaliksik ay nakikipamuhay sa mga partisipante ng pag-aaral. Maaring pag-aaralan niya ang pamumuhay, estilo ng pag-aasawa, uri ng pagkain, tradisyon at kultura ng isang pamayanan. Kung ito ay isang qualitative research design. Meron ring mga phenomenology individual experiences na kung saan through interview, inaalam mo ang personal experiences ng mga tao sa paligid mo. Grounded theory, participatory action research, na kung saan yung mga participants mo ay may inilalapat kang intervention sa kanila. Na kung saan masasabi natin na at the end of your research, may malaking improvement sa problemang kinakaharap nila at ikaw mismo ang naging solusyon sa pagbabagong iyon ng iyong mga partisipante. Number 5, your qualitative research design could be also as a case study wherein kapag case study is an in-depth study of single or small number. Especially kung may time frame ang iyong isinasagawang research. Kinakailangan lamang ng small number of participants. Kapag quantitative research design naman, the most common, especially the grade 12 students who are under the practical research 2 and the investigatory inquiry subjects ng grade 12 natin sa DepEd or under the basic education natin ng mga students sa Philippines, most of the quantitative designs na ginagamit nila ay maaaring descriptive, ang pamamaraan, comparative, correlational, predictive, at exploratory. Pero itong dalawang ito ang most popular sa ating mga grade 12 students dahil simple lang ang descriptive at correlational na kung saan nagamit lamang sila ng survey questionnaire sa pagkalap ng mga detalye. Kasunod naman, bahagi pa rin ng ating research methodology ang mga halimbawang ito. Ang experimental designs under ng quantitative research maaring CROD, pre-experimental, quasi-experimental, true experimental. So halimbawa sa quasi-experimental, ang researcher ay gumagamit ng pre-test, table of specification, post-test, at survey questionnaire. So mix ng mga instruments ang ginagamit niya to experiment the interventions given from the researcher to the respondents. At the end of the research, masasabi ba ng respondents after the data gathering and treatment of data kung may pagkakaiba ba, may pag-unlad ba sa skills ng mga respondents or mag-aaral. Kasali rin sa research methodology ang learning environment or ang research lokal, where the study will be conducted and also the description of the locale. The map, the picture, as well as the narrative statement of the description where the study conducted. Might be a short or brief background kung saan nanggaling ang pangalan ng lugar. Kasali na doon ang population ng nasabing lokal or where the study was conducted. Next, research participants or respondents. So kasali pa rin sa elements ng research methodology ang research participants or respondents. Bibigyan ng researcher sa section ng research methodology ng narrative statement who were the participants or the respondents. Okay? Paano sila pinili at sa anong pamamaraan tayo nakakuha ng detalye, ng datos, ng kanilang persepsyon sa isang bagay, sa isang problema o suliranin na kasalukuyang naranasan na may kinalaman sa iyong problemang binibigyang solusyon by having that research. Okay, so kung participants, it could be they are chosen based on their sample size or population, sampling techniques, or might be kasali pa rin doon ang demographic profile ng ating mga respondents. Okay, so nasa sa researcher na yon kung paano niya i-narrate ang nasabing paglalahad o pagpapakilala ng mga respondents sa nasabing pag-aaral, research, or thesis na iyon. Okay. Next, research instruments. So, syempre, hindi natin makakalap ang mga datos kung wala tayong mga instrumentong ginamit na may malaking kaugnayan sa pagsagot ng ating mga katanungan sa statement of the problem. So from the statement of the problem, gagawa ng researcher ng research instruments na magiging solusyon sa pagkuha ng kasalukuyang problema ayon sa perception ng mga respondents or ng kanyang mga partisipante. Research instruments could be in a form of questionnaire. It could be in a form of interview guide or documentation, consent form, describe the parts of the instruments, what it measures, and establish the validity and reliability. Or it could be a form of pre-test, post-test, interventions, learning modules, any forms of assessments, rubrics, or any other instrument na maaaring talagang nakaangkla sa iyong statement of the problem. At hindi po ito nalalayo. Data gathering. By having those research instruments, nagkaroon na po tayo ng data gathering. Okay? So, in a form of interview, survey, focus group, experiments, case study, observational studies, online data collection. So from that instrument, kinakailangan mo pa rin i-narrate sa loob ng research methodology on how you gather all those data from your respondents or participants. Okay, let's move on. For data gathering procedure, You have to narrate how you gather all those data. Yun ang sinabi ko kanina. You also need to consider some ethical permission or consent, especially if you are having a qualitative research. Also, from your research instrument of having that data gathering procedure, it should be valid, reliable, on the pilot testing, as well as the administering the test, floating the questionnaire, flowchart of paragraphs using first, second, and lastly. Okay? So in data gathering procedure, see to it that in having a narration within the parts the research methodology, malinaw mong nailahad, paano mo nakolekta ang mga datos na iyon, at ano ang mga ethical na consideration na ginawa ng maliksik para maka-come up ng isang valid at reliable na data na magiging makabuluhan sa research findings niya, maging sa conclusion at recommendation. Okay. Kasunod naman ang treatment of data. Kasunod naman ang treatment of data. Nasa huling bahagi po ng research methodology, kadalasan makikita ang treatment of data. Sa treatment of data, you have to state how you answer the research problems. We need descriptive statistics for descriptive problems, inferential statistics for inferential problems, or qualitative analysis if it is a qualitative, and quantitative analysis if it is a quantitative analysis, as well as how you test that null hypothesis, if it is acceptable or not. And statistical tools also should be seen on the last part of the research methodology. Like, if you're going to compare the two groups, you're going to use t-test for independent samples. If you want to analyze the relationship of the variables, you have to use chi-square test, Pearson R, no? Or factors that you have to use common statistical tools, that is regression analysis. Wherein, malaking tulong naman sa bahaging ito ang ating mga statisticians na kung saan tutulungan nila tayo na magkaroon ng isang balido, maayos na treatment of data. At kaya na sinabi ko kanina, hindi lahat ng research methodology kasali ang definition of terms. Pero kung mangyari na sa inyong institution ay kasali na ang definition of terms, good to know kasi bibigyan natin ito ng pagpapaliwanag sa video ito. Definition of terms must be arranged in alphabetical order. Hindi po ito katulad ng significance of the study na na-mention ko sa ibang video ko na hierarchy ang pagkakasunod-sunod niya. Sa definition of terms, katulad po ito ng mga simpleng libro na glossary na alphabetical or encyclopedia or dictionary that should be alphabetical. It must also be stated if you use your definition of terms and technicality or operational use. So, in definition of terms, usually hindi po lalagpas sa 15 terms kasi napakahaba na. Ang definition of terms ay hindi po lalagpas ng 2 pages sa isang thesis kasi mahaba na. Piliin mo lang yung pinaka-valuable na terms sa iyong isinasagawang research na may malaking kinalaman sa iyong statement of the problem. Okay? So, in operational definition, it should be described, no? Applicable, workable meaning, and effective communication. Okay? So, mababasa nyo yan kung ano yung mga factors o paano magiging effective ang pagsasagawa ng isang operational definition. Okay? So, to give you an example, for example, the word withdrawal. In academic term, withdrawal in school meaning drop out. In contraception term, Withdrawal could be a kind of natural contraception of the married people, no? Para hindi makabuo ng bata. Withdrawal is another definition for banknet, wherein you have to get money. So that's the main point of having the operational definition. Katulad ng salitang mahal, it could be high cost, no? Mahal ang presyo, or mahal, love, mahal kita. Okay? So that is the operational definition. Okay? So in having a definition of terms, you have to use in-text citation like Harvard style referencing, APA, Vancouver style, MLA, the Chicago style, Royal Society, and always ask your institutional format regarding with that. Okay, so in a separate video, we will going to discuss how this referencing or citation works. Okay, so punta na tayo sa actual sample of research methodology. Siyempre, ang inyong teacher Kat ay always nagbibigay ng mga actual sample of research methodology sapagkat niniwala po tayo na mas malalim ang pag-unawa at pagkatuto ng mga mag-aaral kung meron sila nakikitang actual sample sa lahat ng bagay. Okay? So first, tips ko sa inyo, in making a research methodology, you have always to consider this word, narrative. As if you are telling a story. As if you are giving full details of what had happened last night, last day, or that kind of memorable moment na sinasalaysay mo ng padetalye. Okay, so in making a research methodology, you have to narrate. So let's say, for example, of this research title. In this thesis, we'll have a research title, Promoting School Attendance Completion Guide for Grade 7. So again, this thesis is talking about promoting school attendance, no? So here it is, research methodology. So, kung makikita nyo sa research methodology, nauna, syempre, sa research design. Pero may ibang institution that under the research methodology, before ang research design, meron pa po siyang introductory statement. Again, nakadepende po yon sa institution kung saan ka nabibilang. So in research design, nakastate po dito kung ano ang ginamit natin. Unang-una po natin makita kung ito isang quantitative or qualitative research at kung anong disenyo ang ginamit natin or instrumento. Ginamit sa qualitative research na ito ay descriptive survey correlational method. Yan, makita natin yan. Next, flow of the study. Merong narration na nagaganap sa flow of the study kung paano ang daloy o proseso ng pagkuha ng mga datos ng mananaliksik. So after the narration ng flow of the study, susunod agad ang kanyang graph. Meron tayong tinatawag na IPO, Input, Process, and Output. Saan natin makikita ang gusto natin isulat sa input? Makikita po natin ito sa ating number 1 and number 2 question ng ating SOP or Statement of the Problem. Sa process naman, anong unang ginawa mo para mapagpatuloy ang pagkuha ng panaliksik? Siyempre, transmit a letter, approval, kung sa principal, kung sa school nakaangklang iyong mga research, pagbibigay ng mga questionnaire, data validation, at pag-treat ng data. Sa output naman, may kita po ito sa number 5 question ng ating statement of the problem na kung saan sasagot sa section ng recommendation part. Environment. Sa environment po, you have to narrate the locale where the study was conducted. Might be, you can add there the population of the whole school and the specific population of your respondents or participants, as well as the barangay where the school or area located. You can also add some backgrounds like legend background, no? Kung bakit tinawag ang lugar na iyon na matabang, kung bakit tinawag ang lugar na iyon na mainggit, Talavera, you can add there before, no? You have your learning environment, no? Or your map. And you need also to have your picture of the actual school or classroom or place where that respondents or participants live or located. Again, also, part of the research methodology is the respondents. Respondents should also have a narration first, narrative, no? And the table. Okay, so if you are dealing with demographic profile, you have to put there dropout, repeater, balik-aral, regular student, ALS passer, whatsoever. If you are not really seriously dealing with the demographic profile, so you have to put there female and male. And the instrument. Okay, so this thesis sample was used survey questionnaire. So, binigay niya, survey questionnaire, pagkatapos inilahad niya, that questionnaire na ginamit niya ay merong 3 parts. So, 3 parts na iyon, sinalaysay niya dito, nagkaroon siya ng narration kung ano makikita sa 3 parts na iyon. At ang ating gathering of data. Okay, so again, na sinabi ko kanina, sa huli-hulihan, kadalasan makikita ang gathering of data. So, yan, nalagay niya preliminary preparation, distribution of questionnaire, treatment of data, at kung ano mga specificong statistical tools na gagamitin natin. So, simple presentation ginamit niya, weighted mean formula, chi-square formula, sapagkat the researcher is testing the significant relationship among the variables from demographic profile and the problems encountered by them. And of course, your scoring procedure. Always at hindi nawawala ang scoring procedure. Lalo na po kapag gumagamit po tayo ng mga verbal description ng ating survey questionnaire. Like agree, disagree, strongly disagree. Okay? At definition of terms na hindi po lalagpas sa 15 at mangyari hindi po bababa sa 10 na mga salita at hindi po lalagpas sa 2 pahina ng ginagawa mong thesis. And see to it, if you're going to get some narration or definition of your operational term which really works on your thesis, it should be the in-text citation, no? Should always be referred with your institutional format. APA ba yung gusto nila ipagamit? MLA, no? CMOS or Chicago format. So, nasa institution for decision pa rin yan. So, again, congratulations mga ka-learnings for learning and another parts of a thesis which is the research methodology at sana po ay meron po tayong natutunan sa video ito. Paki-comment down below kung ano pang gusto ninyong mga topics na pag-aralan at ibibigay ko sa inyo sa isang napakasimpleng pagpapaliwanag. Salamat sa pakikinig.
Ayan, natapos mo na ang video na kung saan napailiwanag natin ang research methodology with its elements. Nakita mo rin ang aktual na sample ng isang research methodology. Sana ang video ito ay makatulong sa inyo, mga students, researchers, or always remember that in making a research methodology, it is not only your purpose to describe the methods that you use on your research, but to show and demonstrate the audience, the panels, no, of how and why you choose those methods to make your research replicable to the other future references, as well as to demonstrate and show to them that your research is rigorously conducted. See you in the next video!
Dito lang mga ka-learning sa Kath'z TV.